And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carry-On. There he goes down the right side. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. Got his man downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's carry on. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that lap.
Turning it on!
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The give to the tailback. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you...
Back's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Brama!
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The short hands, it's Newton. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll set up to throw. It's complete on the right side. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Fires to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it accurately.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it in the big tight.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Holds it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So first down here as they go back to work. To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They want to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Canes will hustle to the line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught, close to the marker, it's Key. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
They'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! On to attempt to try.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's carry on. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. And he's still running after the move. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's got it down the right side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Using his feet to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it out quickly, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab near the sticks. It's carry on. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And right down the middle. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Brama! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Number 12, set to kick it away.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
He'll take a shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He's got him this time.
Man, the slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Newton. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field.
Touchdown, Canes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Alabama offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Got the quick pass. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Buys a little time. He'll throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
Makes the catch. It's key. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there.
There he goes. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's carry on. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off the play fake on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the 1st down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Still stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hurricane! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's carry on. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets it out fast. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give and tick, 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 tick. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease. It's Burden. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got a step and just dusted the field. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt. It's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards. So I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, get the stats.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off play action on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some